The video game industry has become kind of like nature of a souls. We have dominant species, we have ecosystems, we have plant life, we have environments, and those who are viable, who are relevant, who contribute to the overall health of the entire ecosystems continue on, while those who no longer serve their purpose or have turned into something of a bad shell of their former selves and are due for a natural extinction go down, and from their ashes new and better things come. And that's what's kind of happening with Ubisoft and, strangely enough, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Greetings, ladies and gents, my name is Hilzo the Bearded Balkan Blabbermouth, and I am back. I took a week off from all videos, all drama, all the news, everything, and just focused on one single thing: playing the game that is, in my opinion, going to be Game of the Year this year and probably win something next year if possible, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Now, if you have indeed not been on the internet for quite some time, you might not know what this game is. What this game is, ladies and gents, is amazing, first of all. Second of all, this game is an absolute diamond in a very big pile of shit that we have currently in the video game industry, and it has revitalized everything that you might know about video games. It turns out that around every 10 or so years, a game or several games come out that completely revitalized the gaming culture, like in 2005, Shadow of the Colossus or God of War or Devil May Cry 3, in 2015, The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, and now Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Those are games that are going to be in the history for a long time. But I am not here to talk about the game itself currently because I'm still playing it, and a full review will be coming over. What I want to talk about is how this game actually came to be, and we have an actual article from none other than the BBC. Clair Obscur: How a Passion Project Became 2025's Most Talked About Game. This is a story about this game and how it came into fruition. And it starts like this. In 2020, at the height of the COVID pandemic, Guillaume Brochet, I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name, was like millions of others around the world, bored in their job and wanting to do something different. Working for French gaming giant Ubisoft at the time, he had an idea for his own project, a role-playing game inspired by one of his childhood favorites, the classic Japanese Final Fantasy. So, what do we learn from just these few lines? He was bored from working at Ubisoft, at a game company which boasts itself as the creative motherlode of all the gaming industry, which allegedly would spark creation and would spark creativity and imagination and so on. And he got bored there. We, as people, most of us, especially gamers, dream to have a job at a gaming studio and work on video games. And we are stuck at bad corporate jobs all around, and we feel dead inside, and we want that change. And he is feeling bored from it. You can tell exactly what the situation at Ubisoft was even 5 years ago to have brought them to the place that they're right now. That would become Clair Obscur Expedition 32, which 5 years later has become a sensation. It sold 1 million copies in just 3 days, top Spotify viral charts with soundtrack, and even won praise from French President Emmanuel Macron. Now, the article does continue explaining what happened during the process and what the story of the game is, but there are several things that I do want to point out that are very important and very telling of how bad the gaming industry is and what exactly Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is for that industry. He says, so 5 years ago, he started to recruit people for his passion project, firing messages on Reddit and online forums to potential colleagues. One of those who responded was Jennifer Svedberg Yen, who was under lockdown in Australia at the time. He says that I saw a post on Reddit by Guillaume asking for voice actors to record something for free for a demo. She has never done that before, and it was kind of cool for her. Afterwards, since Jennifer was originally cast as a major character in an early version of the game, I would suggest it was probably Loon or CL, I don't know, but eventually switched roles to become the team's lead writer. Guillaume eventually left Ubisoft and formed Sunfall Interactive to work on Clair Obscur full-time from its base in Montpellier, France. So he left Ubisoft after searching for people on Reddit for his passion project on Reddit. People who don't have either any or a lot of professional experience in the industry, who don't have these mile-long resumes that they worked on 500 different projects as 10,000 different roles, but searched for people with something else. Passion. After securing funding from publisher Kepler Interactive, the core team grew to about 30 people, 33 to be exact. And I know what some articles are saying, no, it was not made by 33 people, it was made by more people because of people who were outsourced, hired. Yes, they were people who were probably outsourced and hired for the job, like the music section, like some of the grunt work for the animation and stuff like that. But the core team, the development team, the people who say what to do, how to do it, what to put, where to put it, to navigate the whole thing, was 33 people. It wasn't 3,000 like with Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows. It was 33, a single percent of what Assassin's Creed Shadows has. And I'll get to why that's important in a moment. Many of them were found in a similar unusual manner to Jennifer. Composer Lorien Testard, who has never worked on a video game before, was discovered via posts on music sharing website SoundCloud. The music in Clair Obscur 33, for everyone who has heard it, is probably one of the best I have heard, even going so far as to say it is on par with The Witcher 3 in my humble opinion. I call this the Guillermo effect. He's very good at finding really cool people, says Jennifer. Guillaume, and I'm probably saying the name 3 different times already, more modestly attributes his success rate to COVID, people looking for a creative outlet, and also massive luck. That could be, however, the results are the same. You could have found them by luck, but then the whole other thing that you did with what you have found is not luck. It's always the same story. I have a list of 15 people to contact, and I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to get maybe no one at all. That's his quote from the story. But Guillermo does admit that he targeted people who seemed to be in line with the direction he wanted to take the project. So basically passionate people who wanted to make a great game, not mandatory DEI hires, not consultancy companies, not anyone who would be of a detriment to such a passion project. He wanted a small team that could all understand each other and who could steer the boat more efficiently into deeper waters better than a grand studio, and he did it. He explains that Lorien had the same exact references when they were discussing these things. They loved the same thing, watched the same thing. The discussion was fluid, which is what you should have, and you should have criticism, but you should also have competing ideas that complement each other. Expedition 33 has also been widely praised for its production values, rivaling those of games worked on by hundreds and thousands, even thousands of stuff. And yeah, you had some very good actors like Charlie Cox, like Andy Serkis voicing some of the characters, which is amazing. They're high profile actors, but again, they only contributed to what was already a great project, and they polished it even further. Charlie Cox even was revealed that this was his first voice acting job, which means that his passion and his professionalism carried it to him, which to me is even more amazing, because you remember what was the voice acting in Assassin's Creed Shadows, a game that costs allegedly more than $500 million. And speaking of budgets, there is a very interesting post from Pirate Nation from yesterday about a screenshot. I don't know where this screenshot is for, but it is a comparison about metric between Dragon Age The Veilguard and Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which says that the team size was several hundred for Dragon Age, which is a AAA scale, and here is 30 core devs with plus 20-30 support. That might just be it. It might not be even 100. And then we get to the next one, which is budget, which for Dragon Age The Veilguard is around 150 to 250 million. And the interesting thing here is that it says that the development cost for Clair Obscur is between $50 million and $25 million. If that is the case, that would make it even more awesome. But I think that this was either 30 or 60 million dollar game, depending on what they have to pay to who. However, I would believe that it was 25 million just because of all the things that have happened around the development of this game. The small team, the quick development for less than 5 years, it would seem, and the amazingness of this game. I also read somewhere that they're using stock assets on some of the levels, which they were used amazingly, which probably reduced the cost even further. And you see that at the very bottom, you see sales launch at 1.5 players in 2 months. This is players, just to be very specific, and this is a 1 million plus units in 3 days. And the critical reception is mixed reviews with for Dragon Age with 92 Metacritic and 94 Steam rating, which were one of the highest ones for Clair Obscur. But that is not all. Just now, just before this video started being in the making, Clair Obscur Expedition 33's official X page posted this 12 days in, and Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has crossed 2 million copies. So we've watched in awe as so many of you began your journey, feeling every step, every emotion, every revelation alongside you. To those just joining us, welcome. Tomorrow comes. I called this on Sunday when I was on Will of the Fans stream that Expedition 33 will reach either Monday or Tuesday 2 million copies sold. And there is a specific reason that I thought that, which I will showcase just now. These are the Steam charts for Expedition 33. You might notice immediately something very weird about what we're seeing. And the thing that we're seeing is that the player peak, all-time peak concurrent players on this game is 145,000, but it was 2 days ago. Now, the game released on 24th of April, which is 12 days ago. That means that this game already had an opening weekend, which in 99% of the cases is the highest one for a single player game. However, this game topped that, and I will show you how much it did. This is from Sunday 27th of April, which was the previous top of 121,000. This is 27th of April. Then we get 1st of May, which is another peak, and then we get here 145,000. This is almost 25,000 more players, and this is a day one Game Pass game, which was very heavily told that Game Pass destroys games when it's on Steam and on Game Pass on the first day and destroys numbers and destroys everything. Yeah, no, it does not. It destroys bad games, it destroys boring games, it destroys abhorrent games like some of the games that we have seen. And I think we have to thank Ubisoft for boring the hell out of Guillaume Broch to the point that he left Ubisoft and pursued his passion project. This is a truly an astonishing feat for them. It is an amazing thing to have as a company, as your first game, as something that will remain in history. This game is, in my opinion, the game of the year. I cannot stop playing it. I'll continue playing it. I only wish that it was even longer so I could play it more, because it has not led up for a single minute for that. And just one more thing that I would like to showcase is those few analytics from Gamealytics about Expedition 33 and Assassin's Creed Shadows. If you see here, the current estimate is that Expedition 33 with the gross revenue of the base game is $38.4 million average. This is a game that costs $50, by the way, and it even was on sale on launch day, against Assassin's Creed Shadows, which has the gross revenue base game at $34.7 million. A game that cost over $500 million allegedly to make from a huge company with an amazing production budget, amazing time to do it, failed to stand up to a passion project which is still early in its release. You still have at least a month or two until they reached the peak numbers, and it's probably going to reach 3 million, and it's probably going to reach even 5 million in time. And if they put out DLCs and they start to put out more content, especially if they do it right, they will absolutely annihilate every competition out there. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a bar setter, ladies and gents. This is what games should be. This is what a game should make you feel. It should make you want to play it more and more and more, and not just do it out of obligation or just as a possible pastime. A game should provide you with that very much desired escapism, and that's what this game did. It provides you with something that you can't let go. You want to continue playing it, you want to continue to experience it, and you want to continue immersing yourself in it. And that is how games should be, and that is what future gaming should look like. Smaller studios, more passion behind the projects, not so much money needlessly spent away, and a product that would make a lot of people happy, and it would be gaming oriented, not investors oriented, not DEI oriented, and not activism oriented. This is how gaming should be. This is what we fight for, and the fight, my dear ladies and gents, is worth it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did until now, if you enjoy my content, press the like, press the subscribe button, and press the join button and become part of the DiscussThing Guild. We help homeless animals and animals in shelters, and you help me become a full-time content creator here on this platform. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Hills. This was DiscussThing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers and stay fresh.